Welcome to QuickCoach. Are you ready to get started? Great. In a moment, you'll understand why that question and that silence are what it's all about. Let's talk about closing fundamentals. Our goal is to help your friend decide to become a customer, a rep, or both. And there are some non-threatening techniques we can learn to help them say yes. And in addition to helping your friend get started, these same skills can also be used for getting customers to book a dream trip or reps to attend our amazing events. Everyone's in sales. Whether you're convincing your children to eat vegetables, persuading your boss to give you a raise, or getting your friend to see the movie you want to see, sales just means moving people to action. In this video, we're going to cover the 3 main reasons people don't buy. You don't ask, you overwhelm them, or you break the silence. And we'll teach you some basic skills to address them. No one wants to feel pressured, so sales are really about relationships. People typically only buy from you when they like you and trust you. Let's start with the biggest one. Do you want to know the main reason people don't buy? It's crazy, but people don't get started because no one asks them to get started. All the effort spent on inviting, the 3-step setup and presenting, and then when the presentation's over, we never ask our friend to get started. Silly, right? But it happens all the time. What's funny is, most of the people you show this to feel uncomfortable if you don't ask them to get started. When you don't take the lead, it puts your friend in an awkward position. And nothing's more frustrating than finding out that your friend became a customer or rep with someone else months later, simply because that person had the courage to ask them to get started. Our leaders have noticed that less than 5% of the people who get started will voluntarily throw their credit card at you after the presentation. 95% have to be asked. Just to be clear, even when they like it and want to buy, they will still wait for you to ask. Are you ready to get started with me is the gentle nudge people need to take action. Oftentimes, when we simply ask people to buy, do you know what they do? They buy! Mind-blowing, huh? So, let's teach you a simple and effective way to ask your friend to become a customer, a rep, or both. Then once you've mastered the basics, you can watch our other closing videos for some variations. After the presentation's over, turn to your friend, look them in the eyes, smile, and if it was just you and your friend by yourselves, simply ask, "Are you ready to get started with me?" Or if there were other people present, such as a mentor, someone on a 3-way call, or at a group event of some kind, change it to, "Are you ready to get started with us?" Simple as that. Are you ready to get started with me? Or, are you ready to get started with us? The second reason people don't buy is they feel overwhelmed. Our presentations are designed to give your friend enough information to make an educated buying decision. It would take hours to share all of our features and benefits in a single presentation. Therefore, it isn't practical and would be overwhelming. So, once the presentation is finished, it's not the time to re-present or resell your friend. In this case, more is not better. It's time to ask them to get started. Which leads us to the third reason people don't buy. After you ask the question, it's important that you stay quiet. Don't say anything and let him or her respond first. Most people crack during the silence and then start re-presenting and reselling. The result is usually an overwhelmed friend needing to think about it. To successfully ask someone to join, you're going to turn to your friend, look them in the eyes, smile, and ask, "Are you ready to get started with me?" Notice the silence? Yep, that's what you want to do. After you ask someone to join, sometimes they need a few seconds to process and respond. Meanwhile, keep smiling. This silence may be the most important part. It's a little uncomfortable. You'll both want to fill this void, but be strong, be patient, and learn to love this moment. We've given them a ton of information to think about, so just sit with them smiling while they digest it. For your friend's sake, let the process slow down and breathe. It will help them feel safe, unpressured, and ultimately ready to move forward. They may look at the application before answering. Let them. Keep quiet. Think about when you're shopping for clothes and you find something you really like. If you're on the fence about buying it, you may walk away and then circle back to see it again. You'll touch the fabric, maybe even try it on. This is what people are doing. They're imagining their life with dream trips and WorldVentures, having more fun, freedom, and fulfillment. Let them. If they have a question, answer it. If you don't know the answer, get someone to assist you. Check out our other videos on how to overcome objections if they come up. But the moment you're done answering a question, you must ask the question, same way as before. Are you ready to get started with me? People follow people that know where they're going. Your friend is expecting you to ask them to get started. Otherwise, why would you have invited them to see this? Don't worry about their answer. Just ask them. Bottom line is, we're looking for people that are looking for us. Think about yourself. When you saw Dream Trips and WorldVentures, did someone have to convince you? Maybe they answered some questions or eased your objections, but did they have to convince you? Probably not. Most likely, deep down, you wanted to get involved, right? Exactly. So, are you ready to get started with us? Now, get back in the game.
Thanks for watching QuickCoach, your go-to solution when you need help fast. To access our complete library of in-depth audio and video trainings, be sure to get the WorldVentures Advantage. But for the absolute best training WorldVentures has to offer, make sure you reserve your seat at the next live training event. And next time you need a quick tip before you call your mentor, check out QuickCoach.